they are or they are already performing in the government market in the federal arena. And we assist with capture management, contract performance, procurement, compliance, because when you secure a contract, our goal is to assist you with securing that contract, but afterwards we're going to continue our services to ensure that you stay compliant. I'm not sure what happened. Give me 1 second. I think that is it. Do anyone have any questions in regards to the WASB certification?
Hi, this is Cassandra. I had a quick question. So I have my disabled veteran through SBA. How different is that certification from this? Would it streamline that since I already have a certification through SBA, or would it still be like the lengthier process?
Say that again. So you say you have a certification, and what certification do you have? You have the WASB certification?
No, I have the disabled veteran certification through the Small Business Administration.
Okay, so and you're asking the process being that you already have the veteran-owned certification?
Correct.
Okay, so the process is kind of similar, but again, you will still submit a separate application because it is two different certifications. But being that you walk through that process is very similar.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any other questions?
Yes, Bridget, I have a question. I applied back in September 14th to be exact, for the WASB certification, and I'm still waiting. They're saying that they're backed up, and the average wait time now is like 180 days. So that won't be, I won't reach my 180 days until May. But I was told that there are some like certifying agencies or something you can use to move your application along faster. Do you guys aid with that, or would that be somewhere else that I would have to look?
If you were to become one of our clients, what I can do is I can call the agency and follow up on your behalf, and just to get a checkpoint as to see where you at in your process, and I could just do a follow up call to touch bases to see where you're at in that process of being approved or denied. It just depends. But I could, if you were one of our client at SBTDC client, I could call on your behalf, or we can schedule a meeting and we can just discuss that, get on a call, and now, of course, explain to the agency that I'm calling on your behalf just to get a status update and go from there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. If there's no more questions, I can go into the details as far as regarding the 8A program and that update that took place.
Well, I have a question. I have a question about what services do you all offer? I know you say you offer like is it the step-by-step? And then you said something about do y'all help with proposal creation?
So we do not create it. We're not allowed to write. We do not do proposal writing. I can assist with reviewing your proposal.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Before submitting, we can schedule a meeting, and I can review your proposal before submitting, just to ensure that just get a second pair of eyes, a second pair of eyes, to assist with that process of submitting that bid before actually submitting it.
Okay, but what other services do you all provide?
So we have a general business counselor. So we have a regular business counselor. Our regular business counselor, excuse me, they assist with business plans, your financials. Then we have your general business counselor, and they assist with helping you get funding and just networking with those bankers and establishing those relationships. Me, on the other hand, I'm GCAP. counselor. I assist with helping you find contract opportunities. I assist with proposal writing, market analysis, bid matching, certifications. We're actually in the process of filling a role for someone that's going to be their primary role is assist clients with certifications. As you just had someone ask me questions about that process, and they want to, see where they're at, and that's that in their application process. That representative that we're in the process of hiring will strictly focus on certifications. So they would have that relationship with the SBA, and then also just doing it, following up to see where clients are in that process.
Okay. And so if they just need help with getting the certification, how would they get help with that? Do they just sort of set up an appointment? How would that work?
Yes, so in order to get assistance, to receive any of our assistance, you will have to go on our site. So you will go to SBTDC.org, and you will scroll down to the bottom and you will request counseling. And when you request counseling, you'll click on the office that's nearest to you, whether that's the Charlotte office, the Fayetteville office, so on. After you do that, you put in a request, you answer a few questions based on your needs and the services that you're inquiring about. After that, we will receive a notification from in our system of your information, your name, your company name, and the services that you're inquiring about. After that, one of our counselors will reach out and follow up with you to schedule a meeting to move forward in assisting you with that request.
Okay. 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 Are you able to post that link? And do you all just do North Carolina? I mean, do you just help with people in North Carolina, or is it all over?
So it's only North Carolina.
Okay.
Right now, that is something I think we're working towards, but we're only in the state of North Carolina.
Okay.
Hey,
All right.
Trina,
Are you able to post that link?
Yes.
Okay.
Trina, this is Cassandra. I do know, like, I was in Virginia before I moved to North Carolina. Virginia, like other states have similar programs. It may be called something different though.
Correct. That is correct. Hold on one second. I'm posting a link in there as we speak. Okay, there you go. Okay, can you guys still see my screen with the 8A program?
We can't see it, but I think it went out.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So Trina, one of Trina's requests was to go into the update of the SBA. The 8A program. And I'm going to just be very brief because the changes that took place, as we all know, when it comes to the federal government, things change and it keeps changing. But there was a lawsuit that had took place against the 8A, against the SBA regarding the 8A program, and those changes. So that's in that process they had put a hold on receiving applications for the 8A program. Now they have reopened it, but in order to qualify for the 8A program, you have to prove to be this excuse me, I can't find my notes. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second because I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see here.
And while you're getting there, can you kind of go over what the 8A program is, and then how it's a great advantage for small businesses who are at a disadvantage?
Yes, of course. Okay. So the 8A program is a small. So basically, the 8A program is a business development program. It is a 9-year program, and in order to qualify, as you see here on the slide, you have to be economically disadvantaged. So you have to prove that now. In the past, they wasn't as strict, but now, being that there was a lawsuit that was filed against the SBA, those requirements are being enforced. The 8A program is, when you come on to the 8A program, there's basically same thing when it comes to the WASB certification. There's set asides for the 8A program. So there's just so many contract opportunities that are out there for the 8A program. So if the contracting officers them have a need of a service and you're an 8A program, those opportunities typically goes out to the 8A programs. It's like guaranteed. I won't say it's pretty much guaranteed work. I would say that. So as I stated, the SBA has just reopened the 8A program for new applicants. The updated application, you have to prove to be identified as a social disadvantage of some sort. And then in order to qualify for the 8A program. And as I stated, it is a 9-year program. I would advise anyone that is interested in the 8A program to ensure that you have a strong, you've been in business for at least 2 years, you're ready for growth. Taking on the 8A program, you should be a business that's ready to grow, but also have the capacity to take on the work, because the government is going to give it to you because you have a capacity of 9 years. They're going to flood you with contract opportunities. So you don't want to misuse this opportunity. So that would be my suggestion or my advice to everyone that is interested in the 8A program. Just ensure that you're ready for the growth, because you're going to grow really, really fast. So you want to ensure that you have the capacity to do so and the financials to sustain that contract as well. And here are just, go ahead.
Oh, I can wait. I'm sorry. I can wait.
Oh, no, you're fine. What were you going to say?
So when you said you have to prove it now, so I know for me, like I have applied for several government contracts and I did not win them. Will I be able to use the ones that I did not win as saying I'm at disadvantage? Is that like a good criteria to put in as why you feel that you're at a disadvantage, or what exactly are they looking for?
Okay, so I guess in order, that's just for the approval process, because you are already 8A. I mean, you have the WASB certification, correct?
I have the disabled veteran certification.
Okay, excuse me. I thought this was Trina. Okay. So for example, you just have to prove, hold on 1 second. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find my scenarios here, and I'll share that with you guys just so that you can have an example, of what would qualify you for being identified as a social disadvantage. For example, let's see here. Let me see if I can put this on here. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
So this is just some narratives of the outlines social disadvantage. And you guys, you can use your background, your race, your ethnicity, so there's different ways of how you can identify, being African American, of course, is one, but you have to just prove the disadvantage of being approved. The reason being, what they found is people, companies taking advantage of it. They're saying they're being social disadvantaged, and ideally can have an African American person or another race own the business and be identified as social disadvantaged, but in actuality it can be another owner just taking advantage of the program, if that makes sense. And here are some examples.
Okay, awesome. So these are some things that we can utilize in order to prove that we are socially disadvantaged. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. And unfortunately, I cannot share this with you guys, but as you said, it is recorded. So feel free to go back and look at it. As I stated, in order to be eligible for the the 8A program, you do have to be at least 50% ownership of women. Oh yeah, of a woman own business, and you do have to prove that you're social or economically disadvantaged. And it is a great program to take advantage of. Again, I would just say be mindful and be honest with yourself. Do you have the capacity to take on the work? Do you have the capacity to keep your business afloat? Because the government is going to flood you with opportunities within that non-period grace period. Um, that's the only recommendation that I have for you guys, and we do assist with this process as well. But before I just automatically assist you with applying for this program, I will schedule a meeting. I will do a full analysis on your businesses and give my opinion as to, do I think this is a great opportunity for you to pursue at the time? Because in some cases we can feel like we're ready and financially cannot be in some cases. And I do not want to set anyone up for failure. That is not what we're here for. We're here to set you guys up for success. So with that being said, we will identify that this is a great opportunity at that time. Do anyone have any questions regarding the 8A program?
Hi, this is
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
My question was, so with your organization, so say like if we're not absolutely ready right now, would y'all help develop a plan so that in the next year or two, it will be ready to apply for a program at this level?
That is correct. So working with us, what ideally what I do with my clients, what I do with my clients, I create a strategic plan, and that identifies kind of where we are, and the tasks that we're working towards and where we're going and what's on the agenda moving forward. That's what I do. I create a strategic plan, and that way that my client is aware of what we're working on and what task needs to be done in the future. I can't speak for every client. I mean, not client, every counselor. That is something that I had implemented. I've been on board since August of last year with the organization. That is something that I implemented for myself and my clients. Um, so I can't say that for every counselor, but for myself, I create a strategic plan so that I can identify what we're working towards. So if you're working towards the 8A program, that will be on your implemented in your strategic plan. It wouldn't be a task that we're working on currently, but it will be in the future.
Okay, I have a question as it relates to where can we go, right, to find out the different next codes that the government is buying for the 8A program and the women-owned program? Is there a website for that?
Honestly, you can just go if you're looking for just like strictly 8A, 8A opportunities or WASB opportunities. WASB, I can't really say, but if you want to do like 8A, for example, you can go to sam.gov. When you go in there, you can apply those filters and make sure that you put in there 8A. You're looking for 8A opportunities set aside. Certifications. Typically, in most cases, you have to read the solicitation to see if it's for WASB. And SAM, you don't have that I'm aware of. I haven't saw it, but correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen it in there that you can click this WASB certification. I'm not sure if that's a filter that you can um, add on or not, but I know for sure the 8A there is.
Okay, so it sounds like we just go to sam.gov, put in our next code, and put in the certification of so if it's an 8A program, we'll put that one, check that one, and then all the opportunities will pop up if the government is buying it. If not, it probably won't pop up. That's what it sounds like, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Are there any more questions?
Hi, this is Cassandra. I had one more question. So last year I went through SBTDC and I was assigned a counselor advocate, and it was very informational. But the items that you are talking about, like assisting with reviewing, none of that stuff was offered. So is it any way like I can request a different counselor, or is it a different type of counselor I need to be talking to get that additional benefits?
So it just depends on what. So when you came on board and you established a relationship with SBTDC, what service did you inquire about?
It was, so I already had some of my certifications, so it's just getting my SBA certifications, as well as setting up for AA and contract review. So she was able to send me an example contract, but she wasn't able to review the contracts that I written or anything like that. So that was something I thought that I would get. So I haven't really talked to her in a while because I wasn't getting the resources that I needed from my particular person.
Got it. And where are you located?
In Charlotte, North Carolina.
You are in Charlotte. Okay. I'm trying to think. So temporarily, I'm overseeing the Charlotte region. So if you do have a proposal or you're in the process of submitting a bid for a solicitation, if you are a client, you send it over to me. I will review it. Now, I will be honest with everyone on this call. My workload and my calendar is full, but I will review it. If I have the time and I will add it in there and I will review it and I will give feedback. I will say, implement this in this area, implement this in that section. I will highlight anything or send recommendations that I could identify based on my findings. But I'm not sure who you work with in the past, but we do offer that service now. I only been on board since the end of last year, August. Since I've been on board, a lot of changes have taken place. Our services have changed too, and we're in the process of still changing that, as far as what is GCAP and all the services that we do provide. As I stated, we're part of PTAC. So PTAC, for example, offer different services, but we're part of PTAC as well. So our services, we're in the process of redefining our services and our program, if that makes sense. So, Ms. Cassandra, if you are a client and you're requiring assistance, if you put in a request for counseling, more than likely you'll be assigned to me because I'm overseeing the Charlotte region temporarily. So Jackie she will assign you to me, then you will be engaged with me. So if you would like to receive services, feel free to put in a request and I can assist you with that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any more questions?
I have a question. Hi. I just did the class for the WOSB yesterday. How long does it take for for me to receive my certification?
Now that I cannot answer. I'm really not sure. It just depends on how many applications are ahead of you. I know that in some cases that process does take time because it's like a check and balance. So they have to ensure that you submitted all the required documents, and then someone has to review your application. So it really just depends on that agency. I'm not sure. I'm not sure their what their workload is currently. So I do apologize. I can't really answer that question.
That's fine. That's fine. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are there any more questions? If not, Ms. Trina, I'll turn it back over to you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on as well, Bridget. This was very helpful for us to be able to determine, if we're going to even qualify to, for the women-owned small business and the 8A. All right. So just to kind of, finish up the meeting, did anyone just have any questions about government contracting in general? I do just want to emphasize that you all have access to the recordings And the first step really is to, you know, register with SAM. So you all should have access to that recording, or you can just register. If you're having issues with the SAM.gov registration, then what you probably want to do is just set up a meeting with me, a one-on-one. I sent out some links yesterday to set up the mentorship. So if you all have any questions or having trouble registering with SAM, you can use that link. I do want to say I do have a new phone. So if I did not call you, it's because of that. My notifications are not coming up on this phone. So yeah, but I am fixing that. So any questions in general about government contracting?
If this isn't a question, hi, it's Miriam. So I just snuck in on my lunch break. I do want to set up a meeting because I did get into my SAM account, but I just had some small questions regarding specifically what I was looking for on merchandising. I don't think my search was correct because I wasn't able to really get anything off of that website regarding merchandising materials or anything that dealt with merchandising.
Okay, do you have the link, Miriam?
The link for the mentorship meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I saw that in my email, so
okay.
I went there to click it. I'm gonna set up a meeting with you.
Okay.
And it was one question I did have. I know, that we're talking about the contracting, but the other question I had too was about grants on the SBA website, because I went in there and looked or was looking for information, but I couldn't. When I went into the area where it said search, I couldn't really find anything. That was one question that I had too. So I don't know if my search was wrong or.
Yeah, the SBA doesn't offer grants. So if they're offering, if there's a group or something about that, it's probably a scam, but SBA doesn't offer grants.
Okay, so I did see, well, when I went on the website, I did see something about where it said SBA loans and grants. So I'll find where I found it, then I'll screenshot it and send it to you.
Yeah, remember the SBA came on last month? I don't know if were you on that? I don't know, but either way, she said that they don't offer grants. So they do offer loan programs, and they partner with banks for those particular loans. So it's not even like Truist is one of them. Truist, they'll provide, the services for the lending process.
Mm-hmm.
They're a bank, but SBA directly does not, provide like grants. So another thing I do want to say, even with the PPP and all that, they all went through banks. So they don't particularly have funding for grants that they give out. And so I did see a group, one of the members sent me a group about SBA grants. The SBA doesn't provide grants.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Trina, I would like to add, if you guys are interested in grants, if you go to grants.gov, that is the database full of grants. You could find pretty much what you're looking for in there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Any other questions? All right. So that is it. So I just want to encourage you all to take advantage of the one-on-ones with getting the certification, like setting that up and them walking you through it. Like I said, it was very helpful for me. They give really clear direction on how to do that. I know with our monthly classes, sometimes it could be confusing, or even trying to walk you through the certification process, because we have done that. But I feel like if you set up a one-on-one, it's a free service. Make sure you do that at that website, because we want to definitely get the certification. But I also want to say that you don't have to have a certification to start bidding on contracts. There are contracts out there that are not set aside for women-owned small businesses, but this is just, it should be in the works of getting that certification, so that way we can, start winning. I also want to encourage you all to go to SAM.gov and start looking for contracts with your NAICS code. So if you don't know what a NAICS code is, if you go back and look at the videos that we have online, then you'll be able to know how to locate your NAICS code for your business. Once you locate that code, I also have a video on how to, and I think it's all in one video. It'll show you how to actually, see how to find yours, and then also see the opportunities out there just for your code as well. But the first step really is just to register on SAM.gov. You want to be registered on SAM.gov because now they have it connected to grants.gov if you're looking for grants too as well. And on the grant side of it, the local government is also like requesting us to be on SAM.gov. So it's like a lot of things are filtering over to SAM.gov for a lot of stuff. I'm noticing that. All right. Any other questions before we get off?
Ms. Trina, I'm going to send to your email. I have an 8A application preview, and then I also have a application checklist. And then I also have application frequent asked questions as well. So I'll send it over to you via email because I try to drop it in the chat, but I don't know how to. I tried. I don't think I can. If anyone knows how, let me know. But yeah, I'll send it over to you via email so that way you can share it with your group.
Okay, awesome. All right. Well, thank you all for coming on. Thank you again, Bridget. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you guys for having me.
All right. Bye-bye.